Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and my leadership insight for you today is blind spots, learning to be self aware. I'd like to start with a story about Cornell. Cornell is a leader in a rapidly growing company, and on this day, he left work early, which was unusual for him because he was frustrated. Both before and during the pandemic, whether working from the office or from home, he was used to putting in long hours. He was in the thick of the company's new product development and launch. He made regular presentations to the executive committee and spoke frequently with Rosemary, his VP, about different thorny issues in the product. And Cornell knew the technical details inside and out. As the time for mid-year evaluations approached, Cornell expected an outstanding review, and he expected a coveted promotion. When Rosemary sent him a message asking him to meet her at the office that day, he was sure she was going to share good news about a promotion. Rosemary sat down, quickly got to the point, and he got an increase in pay, but he didn't get the promotion. More specifically, she shared some developmental needs that she wanted him to work on. And sure, she spoke about a lot of the things that he was doing well, but the gut punch was that she wanted him to improve. She wanted him to go deeper in his analysis of problems and to be more client focused. Now, he made a mental checklist of all the reasons why her feedback was off base because clearly he thought she wasn't prioritizing the right issues. Cornell had a blind spot. He lacked awareness about how others perceived his behavior, and Rosemary and other leaders and even a few of his colleagues could see how his client interactions and his work product, while acceptable, could be improved. But Cornell's presence was so confident that no one really knew how to approach him about it. Some individuals in this position will become frustrated and look for opportunities at another company. And while they might find another job with maybe higher pay and even a better title, the question is, what will they learn? And if they don't learn, their growth will again be limited by their blind spot. The Johari Window is a model that categorizes things that others know about us, but we don't know about ourselves as a blind spot. Some of these topics are easy for others to communicate to us because maybe they're not threatening, but others are more difficult because they conflict with our ideal sense of self. Now, we have to accept the fact that we all have blind spots. The goal is to be open to feedback on what's in them. Leaders have the key responsibility to provide this feedback. And while some do a better job than others at it, receptivity on the part of the employee is a key factor. So if you're really interested in your growth and development, initiate the conversation about your blind spots with your leader and your teammates. Here are two simple approaches. The first, ask for feedback from leaders and colleagues and direct reports using a formal process, typically known as a 360 process. Or you can informally ask a trusted colleague or your human resources business partner to collect and summarize the feedback. Or the second option is sit down and talk with your leader, your colleagues, and your team about what you should start, stop, or continue doing. When feedback givers trust that their comments will be fairly considered without retribution and that they'll be received with a spirit of appreciation, they're more willing to share openly and constructively. As a leader, make it clear with your team that your goal is to help them grow and develop. Use your one on one feedback sessions to specifically discuss areas that may be blind spots. Share the Johari window with your team as a tool and to facilitate discussion and set expectations for your communications. Cornell now has a choice to make. He can remain blinded from success by rejecting the feedback, self justifying his behavior, and blaming others for off base motivations, or he can consider the feedback. Lean in to better understand and recognize that others may see things that he doesn't see. And becoming more self aware will open doors to deeper learning and broader growth for his career. Thanks for listening.